Nourishing compassion in the midst of desolation, the man who fed cats during war. In the crucible of war, where the scarcity of resources and the brutality of conflict often dominate the narrative, a remarkable story emerges, one that transcends the struggles of humanity and embodies the enduring spirit of compassion. This narrative centers around a man who, amid the chaos and desperation of war, chose to feed stray cats, showcasing a profound act of kindness that reverberated beyond the immediate battleground. As we unravel this story, we delve into the layers of humanity that persist even in the harshest conditions, exploring the transformative power of compassion and the unexpected lessons it imparts. War, with its pervasive impact on communities and individuals, brings forth tales of both suffering and resilience. In this narrative, we encounter a man whose actions defy the conventional expectations of survival during wartime. His decision to feed stray cats amidst the scarcity of food for humans emerges as a poignant symbol of compassion, a beacon of light in a landscape darkened by conflict. The cat feeder. Imagine a war-torn city where the echoes of gunfire drown out the sounds of daily life. In this bleak setting, a man driven by a force deeper than self-preservation dedicates himself to an unusual mission. He ventures into the perilous streets not in search of provisions for himself, but to feed the forgotten felines that roam amidst the wreckage. His act at first glance may seem incongruent with the harsh reality of war, but it serves as a testament to the enduring flame of empathy even in the bleakest moments. The cats as silent witnesses. As the man distributes whatever morsels he can gather to the hungry cats, these feline creatures become silent witnesses to a different kind of survival strategy, one rooted in nurturing rather than competing for scarce resources. In their eyes, he finds neither judgment nor skepticism. Instead, there is a quiet acknowledgement of shared vulnerability and the unspoken language of gratitude. Lesson 1. Compassion as a revolutionary act. The man's decision to feed cats during war challenges the conventional notions of survival in such dire circumstances. His act of compassion becomes a revolutionary stance, a declaration that even in the face of conflict, humanity's capacity for empathy and kindness can endure. It prompts us to reconsider the definition of survival, urging us to include compassion as an integral part of the human experience. Example: in history, figures like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. exemplified how acts of compassion and non-violence can be powerful instruments of change, challenging oppressive systems. Lesson 2. Empathy knows no boundaries. In the man's commitment to feeding stray cats, we witness a manifestation of empathy that transcends the human-animal divide. While the world around him is consumed by the struggle for survival, he extends his compassion to creatures that are often overlooked. This lesson invites us to reflect on the expansiveness of empathy, emphasizing that compassion knows no arbitrary boundaries. Example: acts of cross-species empathy have been documented throughout history, showcasing instances where humans have extended care and compassion to animals in need. Lesson 3. The healing power of compassion. War leaves not only physical but also emotional scars on individuals and communities. The man's dedication to feeding cats introduces an unexpected element of healing amid the desolation. His compassionate actions become a balm for the collective wounds of a community, offering a source of solace and a reminder of the humanity that persists even in the face of adversity. Example: various therapeutic interventions incorporate animals, known as animal-assisted therapy, to provide emotional support and aid in the healing process. Lesson 4. Fostering a sense of normalcy. In a war-torn environment where chaos reigns supreme, the man's ritual of feeding cats introduces a semblance of normalcy. The routine of his actions becomes a stabilizing force, a small but significant attempt to retain a sense of order amid the prevailing disorder. This lesson underscores the importance of maintaining routines and gestures of care, even in the most challenging circumstances. Example: in times of crisis, routines and familiar activities can contribute to a sense of stability, promoting mental and emotional well-being. Lesson 5. Preservation of empathy in desperate times. The man's choice to prioritize the needs of stray cats alongside human needs challenges the notion that empathy diminishes in the face of scarcity. His actions suggest that, Even in desperate times, the preservation of empathy is essential for the well-being of individuals and communities. This lesson prompts us to recognize empathy as a renewable resource that can endure despite external challenges. Example, during times of scarcity, communities that prioritize mutual support and empathy often demonstrate increased resilience and solidarity. Lesson 6. Unseen heroes among us. The man's silent dedication to feeding stray cats sheds light on the often overlooked heroes who emerge in times of crisis. While headlines may focus on the visible acts of courage, the everyday heroes performing quiet, compassionate deeds can go unnoticed. This lesson encourages us to recognize and celebrate the unsung heroes who, in their small ways, contribute to the well-being of their communities. Example, in many communities, individuals perform acts of kindness behind the scenes, from helping neighbors with groceries to providing emotional support during challenging times. Lesson 7. A message of unity. In feeding cats during war, the man sends a powerful message of unity, a declaration that compassion transcends divisions. His actions become a unifying force, fostering a sense of community that extends beyond human boundaries. This lesson prompts us to seek common ground and shared humanity, even in the midst of conflict. Example, throughout history, movements for peace and unity have been fueled by individuals who prioritize common values and shared experiences. Lesson 8. A call to action. The narrative of the man who fed cats issues a call to action, a reminder that even in our daily lives, there are opportunities to make a positive impact. This lesson encourages us to consider how we, too, can contribute to the well-being of others, whether through acts of kindness, community engagement, or advocacy for compassionate solutions to global challenges. Example, various grassroots movements and initiatives showcase the power of individuals coming together to address social issues and create positive change. Lesson 9. Breaking the cycle of desensitization. In times of prolonged conflict, there is a risk of desensitization, where individuals become numb to the suffering around them. The man's commitment to feeding cats disrupts this cycle, serving as a reminder of the importance of maintaining sensitivity and compassion even in the face of adversity. This lesson encourages us to actively resist desensitization and cultivate a compassionate response to the suffering of others. Example, awareness campaigns and initiatives often aim to combat desensitization by providing information and fostering empathy for specific issues. Lesson 10. The intersection of human and animal welfare. The man's choice to prioritize the well-being of stray cats alongside human needs highlights the interconnectedness of human and animal welfare. His actions underscore that caring for animals is not mutually exclusive from caring for humans. Rather, the two are intertwined. This lesson prompts us to consider the broader implications of our actions on the entire ecosystem, fostering a holistic approach to compassion. Example, conservation and animal welfare efforts often recognize the interconnectedness of ecosystems and work towards sustainable practices that benefit both humans and animals. Lesson 11. The power of individual agency. The narrative of the man who fed cats emphasizes the power of individual agency in making a difference. In a context where individuals might feel powerless in the face of larger systemic issues, his story becomes a testament to the influence of personal choices. This lesson inspires us to recognize and exercise our own agency, understanding that small, intentional actions can contribute to a more compassionate and just world. Example, historical figures like Rosa Parks and Malala Yousafzai exemplify the impact of individual agency in challenging and transforming oppressive systems. Conclusion. In the harrowing landscape of war, where the struggle for survival is intense and resources are scarce, the story of the man who fed cats stands as a testament to the enduring power of compassion. His actions speak to the transformative potential of empathy in healing wounds, fostering resilience and challenging conventional notions of survival. As we reflect on this narrative, we are compelled to consider the profound impact of small acts of kindness in the face of adversity. The man becomes a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, the flame of compassion can illuminate the path towards a more humane and resilient future.